Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Wednesday. We got 10 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NBA player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 5 free entries when you guys sign up. So go ahead and hop in there, hit some nice over-unders on player props, and get a nice cash out. And we'll hop in here. Pretty busy slate today. Starting with the Toronto Raptors versus the Chicago Bulls. Bulls opening up as 4-point favorites with the over-under at 220.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Toronto 6-4, 3-7 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. Toronto 5-5 in their last 10. Chicago just 3-7 in their last 10. Not really loving this matchup here. Bulls, they've been struggling. Toronto, Fred VanVleet's he was questionable Tuesday. We'll see if he plays Wednesday. I don't know, man. I'm just not sold on the Raptors here. Chicago getting some more guys back from the injury report, which is nice. I'm gonna take the Bulls -4 at home. I just trust them, in a 2 to 4 point range. I'm gonna roll with the home team, and I do like the Bulls in this one. Taking the Bulls at home. Next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the San Antonio Spurs. Grizzlies opening up as 3.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 228. The last 10 head-to-head, Memphis 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see John Moran is probable, which should be good to go for this matchup here. Memphis 7-3 in their last 10. Spurs just 2-8 in their last 10. Memphis 31-18 covering the spread. An unbelievable cover team right now. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, Grizzlies getting John Morant back. Taking Memphis on the road here. Just playing too good a basketball here. Really don't trust the Spurs at home. They've been playing awful. Especially against good teams. They've been horrible. Yeah, give me Memphis -3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Mavs opening up as 4.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 217.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Mavs are 5-5, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 8 out of the last 10 matchups. Dallas 8-2 in their last 10. Portland 6-4 in their last 10. So far the Mavs are 21-5 as the favorite this year. That's kind of a crazy stat. Loving the Mavs here, playing great basketball, and they play good against bad teams here. So loving the Mavs, -4.5 against this Blazers team. I feel pretty good about it. Rolling with the Mavs on the road in this one. All right, guys, next matchup, we have the Charlotte Hornets versus the Indiana Pacers. Hornets opening up as 3-point favorites with the over-under at 225. A lot of these games, the lines were very weird when I was recording. A lot of weird information going on with a lot of these lines for all the games, so try and find the games at the best lines. I've been seeing them jump all over the place. Hornets, the last 3 head-to-head, the Hornets 3-0, 3-0 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. We'll see if Gordon Hayward does play Wednesday. He was out on Tuesday. Hornets 7-3 in their last 10. The Pacers just 3-7 in their last 10. The Hornets 29-18 covering the spread. I simply just don't trust the Pacers here. We're taking the Hornets on the road in this one. Loving the Hornets. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Bucks opening up as a 3.5-point favorite with the over-under at 216.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Bucks 8-2, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. Giannis is questionable for this matchup. Be sure to check his status. Lauri Markkanen is out for this matchup. The Bucks 5-5 in their last 10. Cleveland 8-2 in their last 10. The Bucks 8-1 in their last 9 against the Cavs. 8-4 covering against Cleveland. Cleveland just 1-5 covering at home. 4-10-1 covering in their last 15. They really had trouble covering this last month. They've been playing good, just haven't been covering, and hard to trust them, up against Milwaukee here. I'm taking the Bucks in this one, assuming Giannis plays. If Giannis doesn't play, that'll probably change the whole dynamic, but I still like the Bucks on the road in this one. Be sure to check Giannis' status because there might be some line movement in favor of the Cavs if Giannis is indeed out. Assuming he plays, though, we're taking the Bucks minus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Orlando Magic. Clippers opening up as a 1-point favorite with the over-under at 210. The last 10 head-to-head, the Clippers are 9-1, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs just hitting 1 out of the last 10 meetings. Clippers 4-6 in their last 10. The Magic just 2-8 in their last 10. An ugly game here. Not really enticed by it. Clippers. I'm going to take the Clippers on the road here. I mean, they haven't been that good, but the Magic have just been awful. And the Clippers have been the better head-to-head team. Taking the Clippers money line on the road. There's no value in this game. Nothing crazy to pick. We'll take Clippers on the road in this one. All right, next matchup, we have the New York Knicks versus the Miami Heat. The Heat opening up as 6-point favorites with the over-under at 201. The last 10 head-to-head, the Heat 8-2, 7-3 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. No Kyle Lowry, but Tyler Herro is probable, which is a good sign. The Knicks 5-5 in their last 10. The Heat 7-3 in their last 10. Knicks just 1-7 in their last 8 against Miami. 2-6 covering against Miami. Miami 8-2 covering in their last 10. 10-1 at home. Yeah, I like the Heat at home here. -6. Been the way better head-to-head team here. Rolling with Miami at home. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Hawks versus the Sacramento Kings. Hawks opening up as 7.5-point favorites with the over-under at 233. The last 10 head-to-head, Sacramento 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Fox was out Tuesday. Be sure to check his status. Kings just 2-8 in their last 10. They've been playing awful. They absolutely got murdered by the Celtics yesterday. I mean, it was very bad. They got destroyed. Probably the worst performance of the season. Hawks 5-5 in their last 10. Hawks coming into this on a 4-game winning streak. Looked really good in the last few games here. Man, I mean, the Kings coming off an absolute beating. Really can't trust Sacramento on a back-to-back. We don't know if Fox is going to play or not. I don't like the spread for this one. It just seems really tricky because if Fox comes back, I don't know. Hawks aren't really 8-point favorites better than anybody in the league. I don't trust the Hawks minus the spread, but I do like the Hawks at home here. Rolling with the Hawks with Sacramento coming off a back-to-back and getting destroyed yesterday. All right, next matchup, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets opening up as 1.5-point favorites with the over-under at 216.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Brooklyn 6-4, 7-3 covering the spread. The over's hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. Both teams coming off a back-to-back. We'll see if they hold any players out. Brooklyn, going to be, no KD still, Kyrie out. Denver coming off a nice little win against Detroit. Brooklyn coming off that loss to the Lakers here. Denver, they've struggled against Brooklyn. 1-5 against Brooklyn. 1-6 covering on the road against Brooklyn. They've definitely struggled on the road. Brooklyn, 4-11 covering the spread. Not a good covering team. 1-8 covering at home. I like Denver plus 1.5 on the road. It's just hard. The Nets are just a hard team to trust without KD, without Kyrie. No Joe Harris. Missing tons of guys here. I just like Denver a little bit better with all those missing pieces for the Nets here. I'm going to take Denver plus the points on the road. And then the last matchup, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Utah Jazz. The Suns opening up as 4-point favorites with the over-under at 220.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Phoenix 3-0, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in each of the last 3 matchups. No DeAndre Ayton or Crowder for the Suns, and then no Gobert or Mitchell for the Jazz. Phoenix 9-1 in their last 10. They did already just beat the Jazz 115-109. The Jazz just 2-8 in their last 10. They have been on a very bad stretch. Phoenix playing good basketball, 7-0 on the road. 4-2 covering in their last 6. The Jazz 0-10 covering at home. I mean, it's crazy. They are not a good home covering team. Pretty awful. I'm taking Phoenix on the road here. The Jazz just haven't been playing well, especially without Mitchell and Gobert. I know Phoenix is without Crowder and Ayton, but, they got CP3 and Booker. I think they'll be all right. They've been playing all right without Ayton for most of this stretch here. Already beat Utah. Give me Phoenix on the road in this one. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.